ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet the woman behind the successful man. And this week, we welcome to the Stork Club Mrs. Albert Levin, wife of the famous magician. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Harry.
And, of course, my first question is, what did you do before you were married, and how long have you been married?
Well, we've been married 9 years. I helped Albert in the act before we were married and after we were married until the family arrived, and they came first then.
I see. When you say family, how many are there?
We have 3 girls. Louise is 7, Barbara is 5, and Yvonne is 10 months.
Mm-hmm. Nice indeed. I suppose they're learning the magical tricks by degrees, are they?
Up and coming assistant.
Or should I say magic tricks? You don't say magical tricks, do you?
No, magicians don't like the word tricks.
I believe not, no.
Magical effects, they
Is that so?
refer to them as, yes.
Well, now, about the magical effects, does he put much time into practicing at home?
Oh, he practices for hours on end. We have a magic room at home. It's full of magical effects, hundreds of them. He disappears himself for hours on end practicing until he perfects an item.
Really?
And when he's perfected, then it goes into the act.
Well, now, you know, the thought just struck me there when you mentioned that. You know this famous act of his about cutting the lady in half?
Oh, yes, I have been sawn in half hundreds of times.
Mrs. LeBar, please.
Yes, hundreds of times, but I have said to him, no more. I threatened to sue him for separation.
What about your social life? Do you get time to?
Yes, magic has given us a great social life. We met a lot of magicians from all over the world. I never know who's going to appear on my doorstep. Usually when they're passing through Dublin, they look us up. And of course, in magic, there's no language barrier. We have friends all over the world, and they come to see us, and it is great.
Must be great fun.
It's wonderful fun.
Of course, it's a tough job too, you know.
Oh, it is really, it is, yes.
Mm-hmm. Any unusual experiences? Can you remember anything that ever happened that's unusual?
Well, a frightening experience happened to me. Albert had bought Harry Houdini's trunk, the late Harry Houdini, the famous anthropologist, and we were practicing this for a season in the Gaiety. I decided I'd practice one day while I was by myself. Well, I had my 2.5-year-old daughter with me, and I got into this box, and I got locked in it, and I couldn't get out. So I tried to call her, and she was too young to understand, but eventually she lifted the lid, and I got out exhausted.
What a harassing experience.
It was very frightening. I thought, this is the end for me.
Yes, I'm sure.
I was probably in about 6 minutes, but it felt like 6 hours.
Well, you were one to hold your head, you know.
Well, I had to. It was either that or give in and finish myself there.
No longer would you be cut
No
in two.
longer would I be a housewife.
You won't let us in the secret about this, will you? You won't tell me the secret about how you're cut in half.
No, I'm afraid not.
Later on.
Give secrets away.
Later on.
Perhaps.
All right, then. One thing I can guarantee, though, Mrs. LeBar, that you won't be locked into the Stork Club today because we're closing shop very, very shortly. But just enough time for me to say thank you for coming and give my regards to Albert and all the family.
I will. Thank you very much, Harry, for having me.